going live right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome. We're on. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Cliffnotes. You got me, you got Pat. We've been doing these every Monday and Friday for you guys. We're going to continue to do this. Next week, we might not be able to do it just because I'm going to be heading out to Cali. So if you're out in Cali, let me know. I'm definitely down to, connect with you guys, help you guys in any shape or form. Pat's going to be also going on vacation. So we might be doing a couple of videos beforehand, and we're going to drop them through the week. But we will probably not be able to do our live streams next week. We'll let you guys know in our chats ahead of time. For anyone that is or does want to participate in the giveaway that we have going on, check the description down below. We're going to be giving out a Ledger Nano S. Basically, to store your assets in it, keep it safe. It's a cold storage, and that ledger will actually be directly sent to you from the Ledger website, not from us. You'll get it directly from the Ledger website. We need 200 followers on Instagram, 200 subscribers in our Telegram chat, and 200 subscribers on our YouTube. So go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, turn those notifications on. Make sure you guys check the details in the chat for everything. And once you got that done, we're gonna go ahead and probably within the next couple weeks, I'm sure that'll be filled, and we'll give away the Ledger Nano S. But today what we're gonna be talking about is something special that's happened through the week. Market's looking green today on a Friday. If you guys know, you've been tuning into our streams. Usually Fridays are our red days, but we got a green day, a really green day, if that. From me and Pat, we want to give you guys this information and set you guys in position so you guys can win as well. Because I actually this week, for me personally, I actually staked my first two cryptos. I staked Polkadot and I staked Cardano last night. I just, see the potential long term, whether I got to hold it for 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, it doesn't matter. In the long run, I know those projects are going to be very, very big. So I chose to, stake those. If you don't know what staking is, definitely check our last video. We are going to do a video here in the near future, more so on staking. But today's going to be focused on some news articles, some updates, and a really special project that's already starting to boom, and the quantity of it is actually being burned each and every day, and that's Ethereum. So we're going to be talking deeply into that today. And if you guys have any questions, or you guys have anything that you guys eventually want us to talk about, go ahead and drop it in that chat so we can go ahead and communicate with you guys. We want to see what you guys think, and let's get to it. Other than that, guys, I'm going to pass it over to Pat. This individual, he's actually my cousin. He's been doing this since 2017, guys. 2017, he's been in this game, and he's been really guiding me and mentoring me through the process. And if it really wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be in the crypto market, or even if I would be in the crypto market, because I was in it before, dabbling here and there, but he really put the perspective in it of the long-term mindset of like, look at these gains from this time to this time, and his gains are much larger than mine. But because I did it so early in the phase, starting at the end of last year, I was able to 3-4x my account, or actually like 10x my account within a couple months. And even on the dip, I've had a 4x already. So with that understanding, guys, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Other than that, Pat, go ahead and take it over, and let's get to it.
What is up, everyone? Jordan, thanks for all that. So like he said, we're sitting green on a Friday, so that is nice. Last week we were sitting there, and we knew this upgrade was coming with the fork going on with Ethereum, and now it took place, and a lot of stuff is moving. So like we've been saying, we have even more news to go over today, steadily. Good stuff, positive stuff. Just for any of that news that you've heard throughout the week that's gone against putting a negative twist on crypto, we're going to fix that while we're here. So we're always going to bring you a positive. We will throw out some of the negative stuff, especially when it comes to like taxes, stuff like that, whenever it comes out. But like I said, we can go for days pretty much with this positive stuff. So we'll try to bring the biggest ones to you. So let's see. The market right now is sitting at least on Coin Market Cap, we're sitting at 1.75 trillion. It's a 4% increase. On CoinGecko, we're at over 1.8 trillion. So we are moving in the right direction. Bitcoin is, while we're on this show, me and Jonah were just talking about this. We might actually see Bitcoin while we're on the show crack 43,000, and Ethereum is looking like it might crack 3,000 while we're on here. So that'll be pretty cool to see, because it hasn't been there in a little bit. And I don't even know if it's been 2 weeks. It might have been a week ago. You could have picked up Ethereum at $1,800. Now it's already 29. Bitcoin was just 30 grand. Pick one of them up, you just made yourself $13,000. This game is different than traditional stocks. It is interesting, and the money that you can make is incredible. Real quick, I don't know if he made this disclosure. Neither one of us are financial advisors. Like he said, this is just something, we're just giving you a little bit of what we did. I've been in it since 2017. He's been in it for the past year and a half, 2 years. But we're back and forth all day, every day, with networking with our people. And then we get together and figure out even more. Then we bring it to you. So what we'll do is today, so normally we'll bring out regular tokens and all. The news that we're going to go, so we'll bring over some regular articles like we do, and then we're going to get into pretty much I'm going to go in a little more deep on this upgrade that just happened, this fork. We're going to talk a little bit about Cardano too. That's got some big stuff that just came out, and we've been saying since before we started YouTube. If you were following us back when it was the big group Zoom meetings, we've been on Cardano since the beginning, been on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and those are, when it comes to crypto, is probably one of your safest bets to put your money into. At least so far for me, that's been the case. It does go up and down all the time, but if you don't sell it, it steadily has been going up. I mean, year after year after year after year, it's been going up. So what I'll do is I'm gonna let Jonah go over just the charts. Probably I'll let him hit up on Bitcoin and Ethereum today. And then we'll just go right into the news, because like I said, we got a bunch of articles and some really good stuff that is going to show you why this stuff is pumping the way it is, and why, if you're going to be getting some of it, you need to start getting it sooner than later, just because its supply is going down. All right, so let me give it back to Jonah, and then I'll see you in a few minutes.
Bet. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you guys again for tuning in, guys, to Crypto Cliff Notes. Go ahead and smash that like button. If you're in the live chat, all you got to do is hit that little X, click that thumbs up button, and then you can go right back to the live chat. If you guys have any questions, of course, ask while we're going through. But like you said, I'm going to go ahead into some analysis real quick. With the market right now, like he said, it's sitting at about 1.7. If I'm not mistaken, Pat was actually called this out last stream. He said, I think Friday, would really be nice to see that 1.7 trillion market, and it did that. And it's not like we're oh yeah, we're telling you guys so, or we said so, but we did. You know what I mean? We've been calling things pretty hit on. Bitcoin's above that 45% dominance mark, sitting at about 46.2. Ethereum's almost at 20%, which is good. I think, in the long term, we're going to see that flip here, just with everything that's going on in the Ethereum market. I mean, even if you look at the 7-day percentage gains, Bitcoin has been up 8%, but while Bitcoin was retracing, Ethereum steadily was moving up, sitting at about 23% right now on the week, sitting at 5%. They're sitting at both around 5% right now. Bitcoin at 42.85. It already cracked 43 already today, and I'm kind of going to go over those charts here in a minute. And then Ethereum is sitting at about 29.22. Very, very good prices. Ever since that upgrade in the fork just happened, more and more is being burned, meaning this, if we go to Ethereum real quick, and I show you guys the circulating supply, or the total supply. If you guys look at the total supply, right, it's at 116,986,907. So that's going to continue to keep going down, right? This is going to continue to keep going down as we go along, just because of the new, the new upgrade. It's going to be, cutting down supply. Also going to be cutting down the fees. So if you look at the ETH gas, It's sitting at about 59. I'm not mistaken. It was almost at 100 plus. The other day just because of that big pump. But these fees should start going down, which is looking really good for the smaller projects, which you get on the swaps, which we've talked about before. But just getting into the market and doing some analysis for you guys real quick. We've been talking numbers. We've been talking, plays that we're going to play out. I was talking about Bitcoin cracking that 43, that 42, or that 41, 40 level. It did that, and I said our next level that we're looking for is around 47 to 50 range. So that's where I'm looking for this to hit, maybe this weekend or by next week. We're definitely going to see some nice pumps up from Bitcoin. Been really, really, really steadily moving up. Had a nice little retracement back down to like 37K, 37.5, and then a pushback up past 43 today. All right, Ethereum called this last week. If you don't believe me, go watch our last stream. I said we're steadily moving up. I mean, as you guys can see, there really hasn't been a major retracement. I think it was the 3rd of August. We had a little retracement from like 25 to 24, like not even $1,000 retracement, and then just a mad push up. So we haven't really had a real retracement, which is pretty good with that fork going on and everything like that. This is looking good. We're looking for this to crack 3,000. I'm sure that's going to be happening. I told you guys we're looking for it to reach 2,800. Did that, pushed right through, and then our next level would be right around 31, 3,200. And I think that can happen within the next couple days, if not by next week. But yeah, that's really all the analysis that I have for you guys right now. Like I said, if you're liking this stream so far, you liking what you're seeing, you agree with us, go ahead and smash that like button or smash the unlike button. Let us know why you feel like that. But with that being said, Pat, do you want to go over your news real quick first, or do you want me to do that?
It don't make no difference.
All right, cool. So I can go ahead over mine real quick. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. Had a couple things for you guys that was standing out to me in the news. Gonna go ahead and pull that up for you guys real quick. So the first one was with JP Morgan. I know you guys have been hearing us talk about these big institutions coming into play, giving people that bank with them or partnered with them assets or ability to invest into crypto assets. JP Morgan quietly, right? They're not really telling people, but quietly they offered 6 more crypto investments on top of Bitcoin. The assets, just so you guys know, it's kind of very similar to Grayscale, what they're doing. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I just saw it. Okay, cool. So they began offering 5 more crypto funds to all clients. 4 of the funds are Grayscale investments, like I said. They're doing basically what Grayscale's doing. Bitcoin Trust, Bitcoin Cash Trust, Ethereum Trust, Ethereum Classic Trust, right? So those, are Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Trust, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. Those are a couple other crypto assets that they're putting in billions of dollars, right? They're putting in a lot of money as we speak. So, if you're not bullish and, you're not really understanding what's going on, these institutions, these central banks, these big players, billionaires are getting into the market right now. That's why you're seeing the market move, right? That's why you're seeing the market move the way it is. Yes, of course, retail traders are coming in like ourselves, putting in a couple $1,000s, tens of thousands of dollars. But these big players are coming in with millions, if not billions of dollars into the market. Now, if you guys, have followed our channel for a while, one of the main exchanges that we've talked about is Coinbase, right? Coinbase is a major exchange, one of the biggest exchanges in the U.S. Coinbase just enabled crypto buys with Apple Pay. So you now don't have to actually connect your card, right? You can actually just use Apple Pay. If your Apple Pay is set up with, your credit card or whatever card you're using, you can just buy it right with Apple Pay. So that's pretty cool. I think that'll make it a lot easier, especially for the older heads. Not to be disrespectful, but older heads have a harder time kind of like doing things like this because they're not used to technology. Now, if they're set up with Apple Pay, all they really got to do is just have their card connected to Apple Pay, and they can just buy cryptocurrency with their Apple Pay. So that was pretty cool. Something that I saw. It says instant 100K cash outs. So people are instantly getting either withdrawals or putting in money at a faster rate, which is really good for the market. Also pumping the market. If you guys have been following us, like always, we talk about NFTs. One of the best up and coming projects. NFTs is the next thing that's coming out. But Marvel, if you guys are Marvel fans, shout out to you. Marvel fans to launch Spider-Man NFTs this week. NFT comic Super D figures to follow, right? So they're going to be coming out, it says on August 5th, which was yesterday. Orbis Blockchain Technologies Limited and Marvel Entertainment kicked off the VV Digital Collectibles Marvel Month celebration. The two companies plan to issue the first non-fungible token NFT assets featuring the Marvel superhero Spider-Man, right? So if you guys are into NFTs, go get you a Spider-Man. Go get you a Spider-Man. Now I have two more for you guys, or three more, I guess you would say. If you guys, another NFT platform that we are big into is NBA Top Shot, right? NBA Top Shot is a big one. We actually do have I think not the last one, but the previous one before that. We've talked about NBA Top Shot, another big NFT platform that is in the Flow blockchain. Flow is actually the cryptocurrency for that specific NFT platform. But fans can now buy game moment NFTs in person at the NBA Summer League games. So not only can you buy it on the website, they're going to be promoting it at the Summer League games in Vegas. So that's pretty dope to me. That's pretty interesting to see what's going on in the crypto world, that now not only can you do it online, but you're going to be able to buy NFTs in person. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know where else you really can do that other than online. So this might be the first time that I've actually seen this. It might be other ones, but the first time I've personally seen an in-person ability to actually buy an NFT, a non-fungible token, in person, especially at NBA. That's pretty big, right? That's going to bring a lot of promotion. That's going to pique a lot of interest, not only in the fans but also the NBA players, and they got a lot of money that they can spend on these NFTs and in the crypto world. Now, this is another thing that piqued my interest. This is actually something that I popped up for news on my screen. Why Web 3.0 tokens might be the next hot trade in cryptocurrency. So digital assets like Live Peer, Helium, and BitTorrent, you might want to write those cryptos down just to look into it. BitTorrent have soared in value this year despite the recent slump in cryptocurrencies. So with Web 3.0 tokens, these are going to be like things that have to do with designing the web, right? And if you see right here, week over week price changes as of Sunday, which is the this past Sunday. Digital asset subsectors, you see all the percentage week over week, year to date. You can see cryptocurrencies 159%, smart contract platforms, which is in the Ethereum blockchain as well. Mainly in Ethereum blockchain, they're up 323% of the year. Decentralized finance, DeFi, I know we've talked about that before. That's up 617% on the year, or from a year ago. And then centralized exchanges is up 732%. And then Web 3, right? Like designing the web, have something to do with redesigning the web, having it decentralized. Web 3 is 244%. And then NFTs. This one's really, really exciting to me because we've been talking about it for a while now. NFTs, a year from now, or a year from Sunday, it's up 2,776%. Right? So just see how this is evolving. You guys can see the percentage gains on what's going on in the crypto world, and that's something that really interests me. From a year ago, a year ago, even today, like we're still early. Think about the gains the next 5 years from now, guys. Think about that. Think how big this is gonna be in the next 5 years. Then the um, last news article is a project that we've talked about a lot. Chainlink, right? Write that. If you don't know what that is, write that down in your notes. Whether it's your phone notes, write this down. Chainlink, right? One of the biggest projects that's consistently moving up. It's holding. It's not really making huge retracements. Kind of how Ethereum is, right? Chainlink integrates weather data into the Google Cloud. Weather data on a blockchain, right? So that's pretty dope. When you look at it, Google and Chainlink signed an agreement in 2019 allowing Google to incorporate Chainlink's data. That's pretty dope, right? That's pretty dope. Just a couple other things. Chainlink pipes in data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and other sources. The reason weather data is important is because it powers decentralized insurance around weather. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting how the weather controls some of the market, and that's just a little peek of interest of how these markets move, and it's pretty interesting how they have integrated weather data into the decentralized world. So, those are my news articles, guys. That is all I have for the news. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Pat so he can go over what he has for you guys today. And then we're going to get straight to the big news of the week. Let's get it.
All right, what's up? Thank you for all that. So this week I actually have different articles in him. So let's see. Mine are kind of going to be brief, especially in the beginning. So we've been just talking, like you said, I touch base on more NFTs, just what you're going to keep hearing. Remember that we're early in this game. It is going to be used a lot. Non-fungible tokens, okay? So we just went and talked about Tom Brady starting autograph. We talked about everybody's getting into NFTs. And here's another one. So ESPN even put this one up. And this article, I pulled up the ESPN one specifically, just so I could show you guys this. Where is... All right. So if anybody's following and knows anything about soccer, I'm sure you've heard of Messi. Messi has an NFT of his own name, one-of-a-kind art for a one-of-a-kind player. So he is getting into NFTs as well. The athletes are not trying to miss out on this. It's big money. They don't have to pay other people to do this for them. Like when they're on baseball cards and stuff, the baseball card gets a chunk of that money. This kind of stuff, they can get a lot, majority of the money for themselves. This is what's so nice with this. So, but here's what's kind of cool. Why I like this article. If you check out just the beginning, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, whatever they are unique, stored on a blockchain, whatever that is. This is ESPN writing it this way. This is how early we are. You're going to see the word NFT or there's the acronym NFT for the rest of your life until something better comes along. This is just the beginning. And like I said, I mainly just wanted to show you the way they worded that. And then also, like I said, that so what I did was I went on to, he is using, I wanted to see what platform he's using, because I didn't really go into that one ever. And it is called, what is this? Eternity. So you go on here and you check it out, and it's, if anybody does hockey, Alexander Ovechkin, he's going to have NFTs. The athletes are getting on. And like we said, if you're into these athletes and you want to check them out, check out also what blockchain they're on. You can not only invest on the NFTs, so you could buy an NFT of Messi, of Ovechkin. You can also go ahead and buy this crypto, which runs the platforms that they're putting their NFTs on. So you can invest in two different ways. And these NFTs are big money. In the beginning, there's this one, it's called Crypto Punks. They're saying, and they're just a little digital image. The average crypto punk right now, I think, is worth $130,000.
Real
So
quick,
there's a lot of value in these.
is that crypto on Ethereum?
What?
Eternity? I'm assuming it's on the Ethereum blockchain.
Let's pull it up. I had it up before. I took it down. Yep. Sure is. $11. Let's see. Only 11 million in circulation, 30 million max supply. Not a bad token. Man, it was already up to over $70. So you're looking at like a 7x just getting back to where it was. If you want to check that out, check it out. I'm not going to go into this one today. I just wanted to bring this up for you and let you see that token. From there, next one, let me bring over. Any of you used Shopify before? So Binance, which we know is one of the has its own blockchain. Binance is also an exchange. They're going to bring Bitcoin payments to Shopify via new partnership. So reading into that, then you see this Alchemy Pay. Alchemy Pay is going to be a whole nother token that you can purchase. So what they're doing is they're going to announce. So they announced this on Tuesday. So they're going to enable it. Crypto payments, over 2 million global merchants will be able, if they want to, use Binance Pay to do this. So where we were telling you before, where Amazon's saying they're not going to use it and all that stuff, trust me, they'll be on board and they'll be making it public very soon. They're not going to let these other companies go ahead of them. Shopify is already jumping on it. I'm sure within less than a month we'll hear something. I mean, there's no way all these other companies are going to start taking crypto, and they're not.
Especially how big the e-commerce world is too. Like, that's huge. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's only growing.
Exactly. It's only growing, just like crypto, just like, you know, any other type of up and coming digital asset that you can literally do from home. I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah, no doubt. And then so ACH is going to be a call for that one. If you guys want to check that out real quick, I'll pull that up. That's sitting at 14 cents. This thing's already had major gains. So as soon as you see this chart, it's crazy, because this is how I'm trying to explain to you guys. Certain announcements and all aren't that big of a deal. Like Elon saying Tesla's going to accept Bitcoin. Okay, not that big of a deal until you're dealing with one company. Shopify, let Amazon say something and then use specific token and let you know what token they're going to be using. Watch what I'm going to show you with this Alchemy Pay. Let's go to our charts, and I'm going to bump this chart. Let's see the full time. So you're just going to see this wall. So let's back this out to the 7-day. A wall. So look, you could purchase this. I know on July 21st, you could purchase this for 0.001, which means for every dollar, you are going to get 1,000 shares or 1,000 tokens. It's already at 14 cents.
Yo,
earlier today, it was at almost 20 cents.
Is that from, I'm assuming that's from the news with Shopify, right?
Let me see when that news came out. That was August 4th. August 4th. Yeah, it's probably when they announced it, and it just boom. And then as soon as everybody caught wind of it and made it public, that's how quick stuff jumps, though. Everything, like Ethereum, look at it. It's going to keep going up. Keep your eye on these. We're not going over this token either. I got one more article on it. Actually, I think I clicked on. Yeah, I just clicked on their website. I'll throw this over here real quick. But it's just showing there with Shopify providing over 1 million merchants. Working with Binance. I'm not sure of CeeLo. But as you see, they already got partnerships. World-renowned destinations, using this company over in Hong Kong, like QF pays 1.2 merchants. So like they're getting their hands in. So whatever this token, we have not went over this one. I guess I'll look into this just to see. I can't promise I'll go over this one just because there's so many of these things coming out right now, and I'm pretty hot on the tokens that I have been doing. But that's another one you can go check out. And like I said, that call, if you want to check it out, is ACH, and it's Alchemy Pay. But that just goes to show you, like I said, on the 21st of last month, so 2 weeks ago, pretty much, you could have bought 1,000 shares for $1. Right now, you're getting about 5 shares for $1, 6 shares for $1. Big difference. This is why, like, when this stuff starts to go up, you like kind of need to make moves if you're going to make them. You can miss out. And like we said, the only issue is depending on what markets they are, where you can purchase them, the gas fees are high. So that's where you're going to have to decide, is the gas fee worth it? But like, if you get returns like that, that's not too bad. I mean, as you can see on the 24-hour, it's up 157. I mean, this thing's just growing. And this is just, like I said, this is just a random token, but all it takes is a little bit of news like this and it pops off. So now let's get into our other tokens. Let me close this out so I can. Want to go Cardano first or Ethereum?
Let's go Cardano first.
All right, Cardano. So ADA, one of the biggest projects we've been talking about. It's one of my favorites. Obviously we love Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they're pretty established. I mean, they have so much room to still grow. But Cardano is a project that is just getting started. It has been around for a while and it hasn't even been operating and people are putting money into it. So what happened is, so here's just one article. I like this one. I just pulled up. This thing was just written yesterday. So this is basically talking about their upgrade. The upgrade is coming. And as soon as it comes, they're going to be able to put smart contracts on. And once that happens, you'll probably see a spike like I just showed you on the other token. So look, just in Cardano, if you've been following us, like I said, from the beginning, just this year alone, we're only 8 months in so far in 2021. It's been a standout year for Cardano, started the year at 18 cents. I mean, we're talking Cardano's already sitting at like $1.40 today. So you're almost at a 10x if you just followed us from the beginning. And it already hit a high of 250 this year. So you can see it's a 1,288% gain. Like that's not too bad for a year. And we're only in August. And the news is just, like I said, it's just coming out. This thing's not even a project that's like running the way it should be. It's just starting. So as you go down, they interviewed here's just another good percentages to give you. Today, Cardano is up 650% for the year. Bitcoin is up 30%. Ethereum's up to 256. And this was just written yesterday. So it's showing you the growth. It's outperforming the two biggest coins right now. And this article, the interview with Charles was on Wednesday. So everything gets wrapped up today and on Thursday and Friday. Then next week we'll begin bringing in lots of exchange partners. So that was the other big articles. They're going to start dealing with more and more exchanges. So you're going to see Cardano popping up more and more, which means more and more people are going to have access to it. More and more people are going to start buying this thing. So exchange partners outside the original white set, now they're going to purple. So these different colors are just different phases in this upgrade. With everything on schedule so far, Hoshkin said a firm date for the hard fork will be giving mid-month. So this month, we are going to know exactly when this hard fork is going to happen. All right. Once that happens, the project goes live and we are good. So he's figuring right here for pending unforeseen issues. He gives a window at the end of August to the first week of September. But like I said, they'll definitely give us that date. But we're only a matter of weeks out. So if this is another project you're interested in, I'm not telling you what to do. This isn't financial advice, this might be a time you might want to grab a few of these things, because you
Get them
saw already in
things.
this year how fast it grow, and it's already been to 250. So even if it just goes back to where it is, you're going to make some money. But this should go a little bit more than that. I'm projecting a little bit higher than that, especially for myself. And like I said, this is a project I love. And the tokens, the projects that are going to go on this, you got to think this project, like I said, it's been around for what, 3 years, and it's just a concept. People are literally putting all this money in, millions and millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars, and it's not even running yet. Whereas Ethereum and them are projects that are working. So that's why they're so successful. So you got it. The other thing I was telling like Jonah, so the supply difference between Ethereum and Cardano, just to show the difference, like they're the same kind of, they're almost like competitors, right? So Ethereum's been working, Ethereum's established, Cardano's not yet. But as it gets established, there's a 30x in supply basically on Cardano to Ethereum. So there's going to be 30 times more Cardano than there are Ethereum. But if we can just even get Ethereum to the market cap of where, if we can get Cardano to the market cap where Ethereum is right now, that would put us at $100 Cardano. $100 Cardano that you can buy right now for $1.40, that you could have just bought earlier this year for 18 cents. It's a project that keeps on going up, and it's one that I'll take a look into. What's up? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I actually did some research. I mean, because I'm a big one on Cardano. That was actually one of the ones I got this week, or I staked this week. My very first crypto I staked was Cardano, at like 5%, and I actually have almost about 1,000 of those. And I looked, and if I'm not mistaken, there's over 70% of the Cardano already being staked. So you can just basically tell that people see the potential in Cardano long term. They're not really, because when you stake, you're more so locking your assets from 6, 12, 24 months or longer, and they see the long term, right? Even like he said, if that gets to $100, do you understand how rich, how wealthy we all will be if we start investing just now, not even previous times, but now. Like even if you throw $100 in, you're getting about 100 tokens. 100 tokens times 100, that's 100 grand, right?
No, 10,000.
10,000. Sorry, ten
That's
thousand.
still not bad.
Not bad.
Like 7 a year. The return's golden.
Exactly.
And that's at 100, and that's comparing Ethereum to only 3,000. Now, if Ethereum goes where everybody's projecting that to 25,000 plus in the future, that then would there put Cardano closer to the $1,000 mark. Just think of that number. Now your 100 is big. You have 1,000 Cardano, so you buy right now. You spend $1,400. You buy 1,000 Cardano. That thing hits 1,000. You make $1 million minus your original investment of the 1,400. But $1 million off of 1,400 if it can just hit the market cap. If basically Ethereum and Cardano get onto a level playing field, that means their market cap will be the same amount. If Ethereum was sitting at 30,000, Cardano would be sitting right around 1,000 a piece. And they are, like I said, that's not the projected number for Cardano. Nobody's even called something like that out yet. But you will hear multiple people talk big numbers for Ethereum. So I'm just showing you number-wise, if Cardano can hold that kind of, or be that successful, we can make some huge, huge, huge money. Very, very big money. Like, yeah, 1,400 to $1 million can make a lot of people rich. Yep.
Just remember who actually was a co-creator of Ethereum. Charles Hoskins, right? He was one of the co-creators of Ethereum. So he knows the ins and outs of Ethereum. Guess what? He's going to put that to his advantage in Cardano. He's going to know, okay, Ethereum didn't do this the best. We're going to make sure that we have an advantage in that field so we can get to the level of Ethereum. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there. He is the co-creator of Ethereum, puts an advantage on Cardano.
Yes, sir. All right, so now let's just go into the big boy. We're going to talk about Ethereum. Let's see where the market's at real quick. Well, like I said, CoinGecko, I know it's a little bit higher. Let's see if it went up at all. Maybe down a little. Nope, we still haven't cracked that 3,000 mark. That's all right. We'll get there. All right, so let me get rid of Cardano. Let's go on to Ethereum. So what we talked about early in this week was the fork that we were having. So that was the London. So here's basically like a little brief, couple bullet points on it. This is coming from Vitalik, who is the co-founder of Ethereum. What he was just saying, him, Charles, it was a total 8 of them. He's like the main one right now. So as reported, so this was written today. So what just happened? Basically, he just commented that the event paved way for the migration of proof of stake Ethereum 2.0. So that's what we're working towards, this big upgrade, which is going to take this from being mined to completely running off of staking. That is this whole process we're trying to upgrade. That's what these forks are. We're steadily moving closer and closer to that. The projection for that, because when you stake Ethereum, they lock it in until this upgrade is complete. Okay, so just know that. So like there's alternative ways to get money back out where they're going to give you a different token and stuff like that. But if you stake like you're 32 or whatever it is, you're locked in until this upgrade happens. Your rewards are locked in, your tokens are locked in. Just be mindful of that. Like you were saying earlier, majority of them you can pull in and out whenever you want. There is a way you can pull in and out with this one whenever you want, but just know that's going to cost you percents. They're going to take something to facilitate that. And who knows what those fees will be. But Ethereum's one. That's why I haven't made that video yet on staking, that I'm still working, is because I need to clarify that for everybody, because I know staking is so big right now. And if you're planning on holding it, you might as well get some interest off of it. What was that? You're muted.
I was saying the fee is like 10%. The fee's like 10%. I looked it up.
What? What are you talking about?
Like if you stake and you want to take out profits, they're gonna take out 10%.
Got you. Yeah, that's gonna be, and you don't feel like doing that. The other thing is, like we were saying, so just for the people that follow us, these companies that are now accepting Bitcoin and all that, please don't pay with Bitcoin. Please don't pay with your cryptos. Let them keep going up in value. Pay with the dollar. That keeps going down. Spend your bucks on, let Amazon and them get your dollars in Shopify. Don't use your crypto for that unless you really need to. I would recommend holding on to that and seeing these spikes keep coming up. But real quick, back to this. So what this is doing, all right, so here's what, when we were talking about that EIP 1599, this upgrade, the most important part of this London upgrade, what it does is, before, the fees, anytime we paid these gas fees, that went strictly to the miners. All the money went to the miners. Now what they're doing is they're slowly phasing that out. Now they're having what's called a base fee. So there's always going to be a base fee, and then there's going to be a miner's tip. So until it completely flips, I don't see how that they thought that was going to lower prices all that much, just because if you're paying tips, I'm sure the miners are going to go with whoever's tipping them the best. But this base fee, what this is going to do is, every time now, where before, like we said, the entire fee that you were paying was going to the miners, now the miners are only getting the tip. The base fee is going to get burned. So that token is going to be gone. So every time somebody's using Ethereum to buy something, to do a transaction, anything like that, and they're paying them fees, Ethereum starts disappearing and disappearing and disappearing. Now, what's lovely about that is, the less in supply and you're holding some, the more it goes up in value. So I'll show you something real cool on that in a second. But like I said, it's already up almost 3% in the past day. Just because of that, you see how it's going up. Like I said, we're talking about a cracking 3,000 today. So here's one thing, 2 articles. This one was done, it's already outdated. You can, as you'll see on my next thing, but Ethereum network is already burning almost $400,000 worth of ETH per hour. So you can see how fast this stuff is going away. That being said, it's also being mined. So right now the mining is outdoing the burning, but with cryptos, with Bitcoin, they do what's called like halving. And basically what that does is that cuts down the miners' rewards as they finish the blocks. So like back in the day, when people were mining Bitcoin, you were getting paid tons of Bitcoin. And then every so often it would halve. So you know what I mean? Like, so if you would start with getting paid 20 as a reward, your next cut's all the way down to 10, the next cut's down to 5, next one's a 2.5. So like Bitcoin, as you can see, is a good chunk of it's already been mined, but to mine the final fraction of it is going to take a very, very long time. But to get to 99% of Bitcoin mine will not take all that long. We're only probably 20, 30 years out tops. We might be way less than that. I think that's to even get to like 99.9. But this is the reason we said, if you're going to try to get these Ethereum and you want to sit on them, you can start staking them. Who cares when they're going to come back out? As you can see, this stuff, so much technology is being built on it that as they're going down, the price is going to go up. And when we go to proof of stake and it still gets burned, the number is going to go down, and now the supply is not coming back. So this next chart, this is basically just going to be like a burn chart. So now they have a live chart showing how stuff is being burnt as we go. So let me refresh this, make sure this is all good. So like right now, gas fees are high. Here we go. We have burnt to date. And you got to remember, we just did this upgrade, what, on Wednesday, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday we did this. So right now, the burn rate's actually even higher. We're sitting at 6,482 times. Let's just say it's at 2,900 right now, the price of. So we're almost, they've already burnt almost $19 million worth of Ethereum. That can never come back. And this chart's just letting you know how this is going and how that's working. But it also lets you know, this shows every time how this goes. Nonstop, fees, 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 fees. They never stop. You got to remember, this is a global thing. This is always going to happen, especially when you get to these sources that are using the microtransactions. Like a little bit of gas all the time is going to be burnt. Like it's going to keep going down. This is one. I plan on never selling my Ethereum. There's a couple of my assets I do not plan on selling. Bitcoin, never selling. Ethereum, never selling. Cardano, I probably don't need to. I'm staking that now, and that looks like that's going to pay off. What I'll do is I'll sell some of these other ones that we've been calling out, a little bit of the longer shots. So if I get me a 50, 100x, I will cash out a big chunk of that. I'll probably cash out 90% and keep 10. But I really, the same as how we've been talking about Cardano back when it was in the pennies. I know 3,000 is a lot, but 3,000 was a lot for a lot of people when Bitcoin was 3,000 in 2017. I know those people right now, if you showed them the price of Bitcoin, they would have come up with $3,000 to get themselves a Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's going to keep going up. And so is Ethereum. So remember, you can buy these things in the fractions, small. You do not have to spend 3,000. If you have it, you might want to grab one, grab a couple. But even if you can only afford $100 worth, you can purchase that and you won't have the crazy fees purchases that through one of the exchanges. The only time you're going to have to pay those crazy fees is when you use those swaps. Just know that if you use any of the swaps, especially like the coins we were calling out for our top on our like $1,000 picks, the one I called, or the two, you would need swaps with. And to get them, you're going to need to pay some fees, and the fees are high right now. So if you're doing that, I would recommend getting a bunch at one time rather than slow play them. But that's it on Ethereum. I don't need to really go much more in depth. We just want to let you know everything with that fork successful. It's working just exactly the way it should be. It's going up just the way we were hoping. and that uptrend should continue. So, like you said, the main assets we went over today, you saw Bitcoin go up, but Cardano and Ethereum, ADA, ETH. Check them out. Anybody and everybody that's into crypto should be talking about them and should be accumulating them. Like you said, that's not financial advice. I'm just letting you know. I bought them things when they were less than 10 cents. And they're sitting, you see where they're sitting, over $1.40 right now. So they should keep going. So when they're at $14, we have another 10x. We'll be telling you again, should have got them. And then hopefully they'll go up to $140. But don't always worry about hitting crazy home runs, because you can still, like we said, Ethereum, they're talking in a few years hitting $25,000, $30,000. That's a big, big thing. Today I read a thing on, let me see if I even have it right here on my Instagram. They basically were giving how Bitcoin is like right here. So basically Bitcoin, they're saying you can still be an early adopter. So Bitcoin's comparing it to gold. Bitcoin's market cap could do a 15x from here, and it would be still of a less market cap than gold. And this is supposed to be the next digital. So at that point, we're putting Bitcoin at 600K per coin. All right. So not even getting to where gold is. If Bitcoin, which is supposed to be the main one, we're talking 600K. So the same thing is, like I said, Bitcoin just in 17 was 3,000. Now you're seeing it's almost 43,000. Well, they're projecting it to go over 600 down the road. So just don't rush it. There's plenty of time to get in this, but just know when these spikes, like I showed you today, you could have just bought 1,000 of those assets 2 weeks ago for $1. Now you get 5 for $1. When it moves, it moves. The thing is with these top tokens, it takes a lot more money to move them, but they're such big projects that doesn't really matter. As you see with Bitcoin, it jumps thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at a time. All right, so that's it for my end. Jeremy, do you have anything else? I don't see us having any questions. Like you said, I know we'll be away next week. So if we can, we're going to we'll probably at least be able to make a quick video going over our tokens. Check them out. We've been checking them out. We know we're already sitting both over like 10%. And we're only a couple days in. So that was already, we're both already up over $100 profit in like a matter of a couple days. So you want to finish this off?
Yeah, man. I mean, I only had one question for you. You can stop sharing your screen. Do you know where we can get where we can stake Ethereum less than having the average, which is 32 ETH? Because I know not most people don't have 32 ETH.
No, so Coinbase will announce that they will, right? So you can just go check this out. I could have pulled, I don't have it up. So like, here's how Coinbase works. With Coinbase, what they're going to do is, and there's going to be what's called pools. So like what we just went over on Monday, Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool is for the groups of people who do not have 32 Ethereum. Majority do not have 32 Ethereum. So they're going to make pools of people, and then pools will create over 32 Ethereum. So the way that'll work is, obviously, if you're in a pool, somebody's going to take a little bit of the percentages. So obviously, if you have 32, can run your own, you're going to make out the best. But with pools, the good thing is when you stake your own, it's in there. Like with Coinbase, the way they're saying, I think they're going to give you around 4%, maybe 5%, which isn't bad at all. Because I think the most you're going to pull off is like 6.5 with Ethereum. So, and the way they'll do it is, say you stick an Ethereum in and you stake it, and Ethereum keeps going up, going up, going up, and you want to take some of that out. You could then say take out a quarter of Ethereum. Basically, they're going to keep a quarter of your Ethereum. They're going to create an Ethereum token. So probably, since it's Coinbase, they'll put a C in front of it, probably C ETH. And they'll allow you to spend that on their platform and flip it into another asset. So you'll still be able to cash out kind of anytime you want when you're staking on Coinbase and all. Just know you're going to get hit. Like you said, I'm not sure on the fees, but you have to check, like they might be 10%. So every time you do that, you're going to get hit with a little bit of the fees. So then you got to see is like that 10%. If you're only making 5% on your stake, is it worth you pulling it out at certain times? Like you got to make sure the numbers make sense. Don't be staking it and then you pull it out early and there was no point in you staking it. It cost you more to pull it out than if you would have just kept it in your wallet. So you just got to think of that kind of stuff. But no, you can stake. I don't know what the smallest fraction is. I'm sure that's down to like 1/10 of an Ethereum. But yeah, you do not need them all. There will be platforms. Like we said, just go check out like we did on the last one, Rocket Pool. That just went live. And I think on that one, it said you could get up to close to 6%.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure that option. Same. I think there's another one. It's called Kraken. I actually staked my Polkadot.
All the exchanges. Now that this happened, I'm betting all of the exchanges will start it.
Yeah, so I'm a look to stake my Ethereum. That's something, like Pat said, I'm not gonna be giving up anytime soon, or selling any of it, because that's something that I was picking up pretty low. I even picked some more up on that last dip at 1800. So, we'll see where it takes. You'll see where it takes. But yeah, that's really it. Pat, do you have anything else before we head out of here?
No, I was telling him yesterday. I found them obviously because I would always just buy like one here, one there. I found one of mine. I picked one of my Ethereum up at $87. Nice little return, $87. But majority of mine are cost average are right around $100. Go ahead and close this out.
Bet. Sheesh. Y'all see the benefits of sticking around long enough to see, those type of percentages, guys. And I can only imagine how many ETH he has. Even Bitcoin. I mean, picking up Bitcoin at what, 3K? That's phenomenal. You know what I mean? But looking at right now, we're gonna look back 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, 15 years from now. I'm like, damn, I was picking up Bitcoin at 41. I was picking up Bitcoin at 30K. Sitting at $1 million plus. So again, guys, continuously learn the game. Anything that we talk about, please do your research. Look into what we talked about today. We talked about Cardano. We talked about the 1559 upgrade with Ethereum. We talked about Chainlink. We talked about those 5 assets that JP Morgan's going to be putting into play. So, look back. If you don't remember them, go back, watch it again. Please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Next week, we probably will not be able to do a live stream, but we will try our best to go ahead and make some videos for you guys. We might go ahead and make a staking video, because I'm going to go ahead and stake my Ethereum, so maybe we can do that together. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys for tapping into another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. We'll see you guys sometime, if not next week, definitely the following week. But if you guys are out in Cali, hit me up at InfiniteImpactJonah_ on Instagram. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded.